Yo, what's up, y'all? We back with another video, man. I know y'all been wondering where we've been, but we've been a little busy with some stuff in the market, some other stuff, New location. Y'all probably noticing no LED light in the back. That'll be up soon. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Let me know down below if there's anything new you want me to react to in terms of content or topics or movies, games, anything creepy, scary. Let me know. We'll react to it all. And I hope y'all enjoy. Let's get into this video, man.
This terrifying free horror game takes place entirely within a shed, and it actually has gameplay reminiscent of something like Five Nights at Freddy's. Let's talk about shed horror. And I forgot to mention one thing. The entire game is in red and black. So here's the premise. You're trapped in a shed and you can look in 4 directions. There's something outside the shed trying to get in, and the only way to fend them off is with your flashlight. Basically, you have to manage your flashlight's battery, replace it when needed, and face the right way. If you hear movement outside in the darkness, something could be by your windows. If you don't shine the light at the closet enough, something might start to come out. And if you hear the front door open, do not make a sound. The jump scare in this horror game is the stuff of nightmares. I'm not going to show it because it's got a ton of flashing lights and could be an epilepsy issue, but I have a full playthrough on my channel if you're interested in seeing the game. Good luck trying to beat it too if you actually play it. This game is tough.
Hey, we're not going to be playing that game. Tell y'all straight up. We're not going to be playing that game. I was going to say something crazy, but nah, we're going to keep rolling into the video, y'all.
Man, for nothing, when he was trying to get away from you. You were trying to get away from you, man. And you kept shooting him while his back was under the truck. You kept shooting him, man. You kept shooting him in his back. His back was turned to you, man. He was trying to get away from you. And you murdered him, man, like that. You murdered him, man, like that.
On April 7th, 2014, in open court, Donald Berth, the victim's father, confronted his son's killer when the latter pleaded insanity and even asked to be transferred to a psychiatric ward to avoid prison. The events date back to 2012, when Kendall was working as a security guard in a nightclub. He was 29 at the time. He opened fire on 2 young people and one of them died. And according to diagnoses, he was not mentally stable. The question is, how could he work as a security guard knowing that he was not mentally stable, according to the psychiatrists? He was convicted of second-degree murder with a firearm and sentenced to life imprisonment.
En el año 1700.
I gotta speak on it real quick, man. That last clip was absolutely tragic, man. That dude claiming insanity, straight scrub, man. Straight scrub. That was disturbing. I hope in jail they give him the Diddy treatment, But, man, RIP that dude's son nonetheless, man. They're going to have to give him the Diddy treatment up in the cell. But let's keep rolling into the video, y'all. All right, sorry. We're back right here, y'all.
This is easily one of the most hated and misunderstood films in recent memory. And I swear if somebody else's name was attached to it, I believe this film would have been praised. Why do people just love to hate Rob Zombie? I'm Chuck. I'd love to be your movie guy. Hit the like button, give me a follow, and people can't even appreciate this film for the art that it is. The fact that Zombie went away from his usual style of quick cut montages with shaky handheld cameras as his way of creating tension and dread. Instead, he chose to do long shots, trusting in the shot itself and the backdrop to tell its own story and build the mood. I just don't understand. These were all tributes to the likes of Argento, Fulci, Polanski, and Ken Russell. People criticize Zombie for his hillbilly aesthetic and the overall filthy glaze of his previous films, but when he steps out and does an art tribute piece, he gets the same slander. I don't understand that. This is a true love letter. This is what inspired him and what drove him to make films in the first place. And what he achieved here with production problems, his budget getting cut in half, letting go of cast members because they couldn't afford to pay them, and basically putting this together with peanuts is a testament to Zombie's passion as a filmmaker. He was going to find a way no matter what the obstacle was. I understand that this is not everybody's cup of tea. It's either something that you're going to love or you're going to hate. But I find it to be a brilliant metaphorical tale about satanic cults and the horrors of addiction and internal trauma. The Lords of Salem is a horror film for a multitude of different reasons. But when you approach it seeing the name Rob Zombie on it, most people had a predetermined expectation of what they were going to get due to previous films. And Zombie hit them with a fucking curveball, one they didn't expect. Zombie didn't make this film for you, or for me, or for the rest of the world. He made this for himself. A true love letter that I thoroughly enjoy because I think it's quite brilliant. And I thought that maybe a different perspective may be what you need to appreciate this film. I'm Chuck. I'd love to be your movie guy. Hit the like button. Give me a follow.
I was able to watch an early screener.
Well, that was interesting. Yeah, Chuck was speaking a little bit of Japanese with that, but it was interesting. I've seen some Rob Zombie films. He's got some good horror films, you know. But I've never seen The Lords of Salem. I've never seen that. If I have, I've seen like a couple minutes, maybe 10 minutes of it. Let me know down below you ever seen that movie, if it's good or not, you know. But yeah, no, I do like some of his movies though. You know, some of them styles he got with it. But all right, let's keep going. Let's keep rolling into the video. See what we got next, y'all.
Of Late Night with the Devil, and let me tell you, the hype is real. So we need to talk about this one. Like I said, this one is called Late Night with the Devil. This movie is marketed as a found footage movie, but it kind of feels more like you're just watching this late night talk show called Night Owls with the studio audience. This movie takes place in the 1970s, and it's about them finding this remastered tape from an episode on Halloween night in 1977 and the events that took place. Jack Delroy is the host, and he kind of hit a roadblock with his show. It's not getting the views it used to, and it's kind of on the brink of being canceled. So he needs to do something fresh and new that is just going to draw the audience in. What better way to get views than bringing in a young teenager who was the sole survivor of a satanic church tragic disaster that took place? And that's all I want to say without giving anything away. This is one of those movies that you watch the trailer and even the trailer doesn't give you a lot of information. So just go in and enjoy this movie because it is brilliant. I even went in with such high expectations because everybody has been praising this movie. So I thought that was going to kind of ruin it for me because sometimes that happens, but nope, it didn't. This movie was so good. I love the 70s setting and just the fact that it's like a late night talk show. It reminded me of being a kid and staying up past my bedtime and like watching those shows with my parents. I also really appreciated the little subtle comedy. It's not like in your face, but there's just little moments that make you laugh. And I was just enjoying this movie the entire time. I also like the fact that it takes place on Halloween night. That just adds to the vibe. It also has some really creepy visuals and it just takes a really dark turn that you won't see coming. I highly recommend you see this movie in theaters. It comes out on March 22nd, this Friday. If you've seen this one, let me know what you thought about it. If not, go watch it in theaters on March 22nd and then come back and let me know your thoughts. This is definitely a movie that you're going to want to talk about.
He had lost his wife in an
Yeah, man. I'm probably not gonna go find that movie and watch it. You know, these clips are old, so that probably came out a minute ago. I'll have to go find that. But look kind of interesting. I just wanted to say though, let me know down below. We got 2 movie reviews back to back. Let me know down below what are some good shows, good movies that y'all been enjoying, y'all like lately. Could be scary or whatever, good scary movies that you've seen, or maybe some of your favorites. Just let me know down below. Drop them down below. Don't be scared to comment. Don't be scared to show love. Also, I want y'all to like and subscribe. Don't forget. Let's keep rolling with the video, y'all.
an accident, and 5 years later, he found this.
I can get a little closer.
Yo. Nah. What's up with that limp, though? Smash the gas. Man. Better stomp on that gas pedal.
Nobody really knows.
Hey, I've probably said it in previous videos though, y'all. You know, you only got two options in a situation like that. You can either, you know, reverse, turn around, you know, pop your Yui, get out of there, you know, go back the way you came. Or this is not the recommended way, but just mash the gas, you know, zombie style, just run over everything in the path, you know, because, like, what is that? Why are they limping? Why are they moving like that? You see, the dude in the video made the wrong mistake. He stayed in place and he's screaming, ah, help me, help me. Like, nah, man, should have mashed that pedal, man. Got out of there safe. But all right, we're going to keep seeing. We're going to see what Joe Rogan's talking about in this next clip, y'all.
That happened in this giant cave in Kentucky. This cave, right? It's huge. Digs down about 1.15 miles deep. Like, people have known about it since the 20s, but no one's had the guts to really check it out until 2012. That year, a brave bunch of archaeologists decided to take the plunge and explore what's down there. Getting to the bottom was no walk in the park. It took them a whole week. Once at the bottom, the team discovered remnants of ancient civilizations, which included like statuettes and everyday objects. As they continued their research, they stumbled upon an even deeper passage. But by entering this passage, they made a grave mistake. Before continuing, I can only protect my subscribers who have commented and especially saved this video. They woke up something fierce. A zombie wolf, can you believe it? This thing was in like deep sleep mode down there and did not appreciate the wake-up call. And so it picked them off one by one. A week rolls by with zero updates from the team. So the folks topside get worried and send down a rescue squad. But they were way too late. All they found were the remains of the team and one camera lying there. That camera caught the whole horrific show on tape. If you're thinking about watching it, which I really wouldn't recommend, you'd click on share, then more, and go to photos.
Listen, motherfuckers, when you recommend a movie, you need to be...
Hold on, I gotta interject real quick right here, bro. First off, that was an AI Joe Rogan. You could just tell by the voice and what he's saying. Joe Rogan ain't never gonna say, save the video, yada, 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 talking about a zombie wolf in Kentucky, right? I have heard of that big cave in Kentucky. I'm not sure if that's, like, true about the zombie wolf attacking the researchers and stuff in the cave, but it's interesting nonetheless. But, yeah, it's crazy what they can do with AI nowadays. Like, I'm sure everyone, you know, you watching me, thought that was really Joe Rogan talking right there, but no, it was some AI. But let's see what this dude's got to say.
Specific. Otherwise, people are gonna watch the wrong fucking movie. There's an account that keeps coming into my live screaming at me to watch Atrocious. So I looked up Atrocious. This is what I found. This is a found footage from 2010. It's okay, it's really not the best. Now I'm sitting here thinking, why was I told to watch this movie? It's really not that great. Upon further research, I found this movie called Atroz, which translates to atrocious. This right here is VHS for snuff films. Not the same movie whatsoever. This is arguably not even a fucking movie. Yes, it's got all the trigger warnings, disturbing, gore, blah, blah, blah. It's a snuff film. So imagine you are telling a friend or you're recommending this movie, Atrocious, and for whatever reason, they end up watching this. What are we doing here?
This is the astonishing moment.
Yeah, I'm just going to say on that last clip, I'm not watching no movie like that. Also, I wanted to ask real quick, what is a scruff film? I don't know what a scruff film is. Let me know down below if y'all know what a scruff film is. I've never seen one of those. I've seen some gory ones, but I don't know what a scruff film is. Let me know down below if you know what that is and if you've seen one before. But all right, we're going to continue with the video, y'all.
Deceased nun appears during a ceremony. The nun's body lays in the graveyard next to the church. Nobody saw her as she stood among the people. Her spirit was picked up on camera. The priests and locals confirmed on review. She looks just as she did in her last days, dying from a terminal illness.
Nah, yeah, that was actually kind of creepy, yo. With the lady that came, like, looked like she came back, like, in some ghost film stuff. They always got ghosts on these videos, man. Like, on these old videos, it's like a ghost that's not supposed to be there, man. Yeah, that was creepy.
Mirror, mirror. Paranormal investigators Sergey, Nastya, and Dima from the YouTube channel Toppy travel to a very remote and secluded abandoned mansion in Russia. The large house is incredibly hard to reach, surrounded by a river and only accessible through one bridge, which has collapsed over the years. The investigators came prepared and brought rubber shoe covers to cross the submerged part of the bridge. With all of the trouble it takes to get to the abandoned mansion, it's extremely unlikely that anyone would be at the house, especially in the middle of the night. But soon after the team arrives, they are exploring the second floor of the building and they already experience something weird.
Мне тоже...
Откуда, отсюда или снизу?
Ну вот из комнаты как будто бы.
A loud bang suddenly comes from a room behind them. So, they decide to set up a static camera inside this room and light a few candles to try to encourage the spirits to make contact. But while they're arranging...
Look, that's where you leave. You know, you hear that weird noise, that's where you leave the building, you go back to the car, you get out of there. That's not where you start setting up candles, doing some black magic ritual, man. Come on, man. What are we doing here?
Their candles, this happens.
Это что, стук был сейчас? Нет, мне послышалось сначала.
The eerie sound of someone or something knocking on a door from somewhere in the house can be heard, and the team starts to get a bit freaked out. After lighting 3 candles, they leave the room as the static camera keeps recording. A few minutes later, and the camera captures something disturbing. And now the Toppy team decides to bump things up a notch. Investigator Nastya has brought along a 50-year-old mirror that allegedly can be used to summon spirits. Now, Sergey and Dima...
This is the exact opposite of what you're supposed to do in this type of situation. You know what I'm saying? I get they ghost hunters, whatever, but come on, man. Come on, man. Listen to the cliche for this time, man.
Head off to a different part of the mansion, and Nastya goes into a room all alone and sits in front of the old mirror. What happens next is downright chilling. Nastya starts to hear strange sounds just before a dark shape seems to form in the mirror. Nastya now realizes that she might have gone just a bit too far by bringing the old mirror to this very haunted location. She believes that she might have accidentally just summoned a dangerous dark entity. She quickly radios her team members to come back.
Дима, Сергей, приходите. Что-то пошло не по плану, походу.
So, what do you think this is? Is it a ghost or something more dark and sinister?
Lock your doors if you see this man. In the
yeah, man, those Russian people were just tripping right there. They should have got out of there. They're like summoning dark entities, doing like black magic rituals, man. That's not the move. It's not the move. Trust, like, you know, I keep hearing knocks and like that shadow at the end. That could have been editing, but you never know like what exactly that could have been. You know, regardless, it's still pretty creepy right there. That clip, still pretty creepy. You know, but we were gonna end it right here, but just for the special, you know, St. Patrick's Day, you know, this video might come out a little late on it, but hey, we're gonna watch this next one with the Leprechaun Man.
spring of 1883 in Blueberry, Massachusetts, the town was dealing with a bunch of robberies in homes and stores, occurring in the middle of the night. It got so bad that the town itself almost went bankrupt because everybody lost almost all their money due to theft. The only clue the police had was that the perpetrator was a very small man, but nobody was able to get a very good look at his face or clothes because he was so quick. After a few months, Brady Thomas, a local baker, knew that any day the thief could strike his bakery, so he set up traps all around. A few days after initially setting up the traps around his bakery, he would walk in one early morning and hear a cage rattle, and he would approach it. When he got close, he noticed it was a small man with a red beard, wearing a green outfit inside of it. The small man in the cage would yell, "Let me go!" But Brady would go and get the local authorities. The man was later identified as Declan McShamrock, a man from Ireland, and they charged him with over 300 robberies. He was sentenced to 80 years behind bars, but after only 4 months, he escaped and was never seen again.
You know, Declan McShamrock. That's a real Irish name, huh? What y'all think about that last little leprechaun, man? What? He pulled the El Chapo on him, man. They said he gave him 80 years, he got out. You know, I guess because of his midget size, he could maneuver through, somehow could have, like, got through the bars or something on the prison. But that's crazy. He was going around robbing stuff way back in the day, like as a midget. Like, they said he was really quick, but it's like you would like ask yourself, how quick could a midget be? You know, like running down the street, like, you know. But I'm just thinking now. I'm thinking of, like, you know, St. Patty's Day, like leprechauns and stuff, and they were talking about scary movies earlier. I want to ask y'all one more question. Have y'all ever seen the movie The Leprechaun? Or better yet, have y'all ever seen The Hood Leprechaun? Let me know down below if you've ever seen The Hood Leprechaun. Comment down below. And I hope y'all enjoyed the video, man. Like and subscribe. We're going to be banging out videos often. You know, I'm not going to put no timeline on it, but we at the new location, so we're going to get the light LED set up, everything. We're going to start pumping out these videos for y'all. And hope y'all enjoyed. Stay blessed. Let's crush this, you know, year and just go hard. And, you know, watch out for the Hood Leprechaun. And I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Peace out, man.